Hey YouTube, this is Scarecrow Kaiser. I'm going to do today a profile of my Aqua stride. So to get started, this deck is just stride focused, so I really don't believe with the options you have for Aqua you should ever actually mix Legion with stride. But to get started, my starting Vanguard is Andre, because he's awesome. This card is really good. I think he's one of the better starters in the game. Yeah, he's just really cool. He gives you an extra attack and an extra 2k. And that extra 2k actually really matters. And when you use it on something, and then you wait for it to restand with Lambros, so when it stands a second time, we'll have that extra power. It's really good. For my triggers, I run 8 crits, 4 draws, 4 heals. I don't run stands. I don't find the need for it. It's kind of a waste sometimes. Sometimes you can't really utilize the stand very well. The crits just put more pressure in, especially early game where stands can be awkward. And I feel like Aqua kind of needs to have some draws in it, because when they start tearing up your field, if you don't have like stuff to replace it, then you're like dead in the water. No pun intended there. For the grade 1s, 4 perfect guards, 4 Kelpie. I love this card's artwork, and stride fodder is good. And then 4 brave shooters. I really like him. I've done a lot of experimenting. I've tried pretty much like every option available for the grade 1s, like Wheel Assault and all these other guys, and I have found that I really like this guy. I didn't really plan to ever play him. I've always thought he was cool, but I didn't think I would. And as things went on, like playtesting and stuff, I found that he worked really well. You don't always get to use him, but he's always a good option to have. And he's much better than Generation Break 10k attacker, because that thing can only attack a Vanguard. And this thing being a 10, it probably can't really attack a Vanguard anyway, so it can go after rear guards. But yeah, I really like it. It's what I found runs best. And then when I'm playing 13 1s, my last grade 1 is her. She is cool, but I don't need to see her every game or have a bunch of her. So I just run the one of her. She's kind of like just an additional attacker. She goes great behind the Vanguard after you've used the Andre. So for my grade 2s, start with my 4 Magnum Assaults. Obviously this card is pretty good. It attacks twice, and when it restands it's a good number, so great card. Helps you get your attacks in and doesn't have crappy numbers. Next I play 4 12Ks. Like the grade 1 10k attacker, I didn't think I would need just so many like power cards. When I first built the deck, I didn't have like this included at all. But over playtesting, I decided to put like 2 of them in, and it like worked really well. And then I put a 3rd one in, and I was like, I really like having this 12k attacker. So then I put in a 4th one, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't see it too much. I'm just fine with this ratio, and I was worried originally because it being a GB1 that it could be slow, but it's working just fine. I really like having it around. Then I play 3 High Tide. High Tide is pretty OP. This card is one of the best cards in the deck. Once you have him out there with Andre and the turn you Lambros, he's pretty ferocious. And you may be wondering, if this card's as good as I'm saying it is, why am I only playing 3 of it? I'm only playing 3 of it because that's what's been working for me. I haven't found the need to play 4, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I would never cut it down, but I may eventually go up to 4, but for now the 3 has been working just fine. So my last grade 2, I'm playing 12 of them, is Tidal Assault. This card is just okay. Not that big of a fan of it. It's kind of hit or miss. He's just an okay card. I wouldn't give him too much credit. That's why I only run 1 of him. It's just to have like 1 more card that can get me to the 4th attack. He's just fine. Like, I don't have much more to say about him. And for my grade 3s, I run 4 Thavis. Then I play 2 Wave Slicer. Now the reason I'm running this guy, a lot of people have questioned it, it's because I find him versatile because he works as a vanguard or a rear guard. So obviously I want to ride Thavis. I would never choose to ride this guy over him. But if I somehow don't get Thavis, it's not terrible to ride this guy as the vanguard. You can still utilize him, and his effect's pretty cool. But also the fact is that he can play as a rear guard too. So I have him because he acts good as a rear guard, and he can be an okay vanguard. So he's versatile. That's really the reason why I play him. And then I run 2 Diamantes. I don't ever want to ride him, and I never actually have had to ride him because I have 6 other cards to ride as vanguard, and then I have Kelpie. If I have to trade this off for it, I can. But I like this guy to utilize. He helps the field a lot. He sets up a field really well. You like put him in front and put High Tide behind him. That's pretty good. And then on your other column, have like Magnum and a booster. For my grade 3 lineup, I have 1 Blizza, 1 Socrates. He kind of sucks. He's not very good at all. And honestly, the only reason I have him in here is in case there's ever that one situation where I have a bunch of damage and the situation just happens to be right for him. I've never used him yet. He's just there. I could easily play something else like a second Blizzard or something, but I have him there just so if it ever comes up, I have the option. But he's not very good. Then I have 2 of the Dragons. He's your on hit. He's pretty decent. He's not bad to go into early game. There's usually nothing that can pick up his triggers when I bring him out, but if he hits, I get a free card, and that always helps to build up your resources for when you go for your Lambros play. Yeah. And then for Lambros, if this card did not exist, Aqua Force would kind of suck right now. To be completely honest, without Lambros, Aqua Force would suck. With Lambros, Aqua Force is pretty decent. This card just puts in so much power. Yeah. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Come again. Have a good day. Bye.